best reasons to believe in awesome pupils like you. And so this program, Tag the Classroom in Your Home, has been specially designed for you. A program that has been initiated and packaged by Lagos State Universal Basic Education Board, LASUBEB. And this is to ensure that no child is left behind. And this edition is for lower primary classes. Well, let me introduce my colleagues to you. On my side here, I have Auntie Tinu.
Hello, amazing pupils. I am Auntie Tinu, your mathematics teacher.
Right, and Uncle Sheyi.
Hello, wonderful pupils. How are you doing? I am Uncle Sheyi, and I'll be taking you through general studies.
Yeah, and I am Auntie Lola, and I'll be taking you through English studies, which are called communication class. And in trial, we'll bring you the classroom in your home. Please relax and learn. Welcome, children, to today's English studies class, which we call communication class. And today we'll be looking at something different. I'm sure you're keeping safe and you are fine. And today, like I said, something different, animals and their homes. Animals and their homes. But before we delve into that topic, can you bring out your homework books, okay? And let's have the correction done. I saw your assignment. Yes, you, I got it. Good job, you attempting and submitting promptly. Well, I said you should complete the following puzzles. For the first one, jump any. You recall I said, of course, with the options on the yellow print, you choose the correct letter that fit into the blank space that can complete the first word and also complete the word at the back. Okay, so let's look at the correct letter for the first one. P, jump, penny. Okay, the second one, guts and day. Okay, the third one, play and yam. Letter Y fit in the first word and also start the second word. And the last one, went and top. Letter T fits in to the first word and also to the second word. You got 4 out of 4. You got 3 out of 4. Wow, you deserve to be celebrated. Awesome. I am so proud of you. And now to the learning objective for today, that by the end of today's lesson, you should be able to identify the names of animals, okay? You should also be able to mention where they live. So in a nutshell, we will be looking at different animals, of course, few of them, and where they live. So let's begin with the first animal. Well, I'm sure you know this animal, right? What is the name of this animal? You're telling me already. It is a dog. It is a dog. Beautiful. And a dog lives in a kennel. Do you know? A dog lives in a kennel. Do not forget. Not on the road, okay? A dog lives in a kennel. And a pig lives in a sty. Repeat after me. A pig lives in a what? In a sty. In a what? In a sty. And of course, this is a pig in its sty. Okay, we move to the next one. And this animal's name is fox. What did I say, children? Fox. Fox lives in a lair or earth. Okay, you can either say a layer or head. Repeat after me, children. Layer, okay, or earth. Okay, that is where a fox lives. Another one, look at the roaring lion. Of course, a lion lives in a den or layer. Of course, we see them in a very thick forest, right? So they live in a den, okay, or a layer. All right, and we move to this edible animal, what we eat, right? A cow. And a cow lives in a byre. Yeah, B-Y-R-E is a what? Is a byre. So when you see them quite a number of them, they live in a byre. They live in a byre. Okay, another one. I'm sure you know this animal, right? This is a picture of hen. Hen. And where do hen live? Hen lives in a roost. Can you repeat that, children? Hen lives in a what? In a roost. Hen lives in a roost. The next example is what, children? What is this? A horse. Horse. And you sure know that we ride on horse, right? Human ride on horse. So a horse lives in a stable. Horse lives in a what? A stable. A stable. Do not forget, horse lives in a stable. And a rabbit. This is a picture of a rabbit. A rabbit lives in a burrow. A rabbit lives in a burrow. I'm sure you must have seen rabbit before in a hole, right? Yes, it's more like a burrow. A rabbit lives in a burrow. Okay. Oh, this is a scary one. Well, this is a picture of a what? I'm sure you've seen that before, right? And they usually make noise in the night, right? Yes, and this is a picture of a frog. A frog lives in a hole. A frog lives in a hole. But at night they can come into the water and make different noise and make noise. All right, to the next one. This is a picture of a what? Of a snail. A snail. And of course, a snail lives in its shell. Aside from tortoise, snail also lives in its shell. In its shell. So this is a what? This is a snail. This is a snail. Now it is your turn and I want you to try this. I know you can only try, but let's see how far we can go. Okay? So where do the following animals live? 1, a cow. 2, a horse. 3, a dog. I'll be giving you 30 seconds to do that and your time starts now. S-T-O-P, stop. Auntie Lala, I couldn't recall those 3 animals you gave us. Do not worry, I'll give you the answer right away. And now, do not forget, or you can even put it down in your books. Okay, so to the first question, where do the following animals live? A cow, where do cows live? A cow lives in a byre. Okay, a cow lives in a byre. The second one, a horse. A horse lives in a stable. A horse lives in a stable. And the last one, a dog. You shouldn't forget this because we see dog, on a daily basis, day in, day out. So note today that a dog lives in a kennel. And now to your assignment, put this down quickly, children. Where do the following animals live? 1, snail. 2, cow. 3, bird. 4, cat. Are you writing? Are you writing? Oh, you were able to snap it. Very fast. I'm so proud of you. Oh, I wrote it down and I'm through. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. And now we move to the next segment, which is Let's Formulate. Let's Formulate. I'm sure this will be the first time we will be introducing this. Let's formulate it. Let's formulate it. Let's formulate it. Let's formulate it. Let's see what we mean. Okay, I'm giving you a very long letter, a long word, sorry, a very long word, which is transportation. Again, transportation. And in this long word, I want you to find 5 smaller words from this bigger word. You can do that, right? So just look at it. It can be 2-letter word, it can be 4-letter word, it can be 3-letter word. Just find those words in it and put it down. And I'll be giving you 20 seconds to quickly put it down, the fast finger. And your time starts now. Wow, I am back, children. I'm sure you were able to attempt that word. Am I correct? Beautiful. So, on the board, I have penned down 5 words. You might even have more in your books or different from what I penned down. And you sure it's correct? You give yourself a tick. Just mark it, okay? So, the first word from transportation, I wrote T-R-A. Okay, I picked high here, and I picked hen here, which is train. Okay, we have pots, P-O-R-T, pots. We have hat, A-T, this hay, this T. Okay, we have sports, S-P-O-R-T, sports. And trap, T-R-A-P. Okay, this is P, T-R-A-P. Okay, you can either come in the front or to the back. Just pick any letter and use it to form a word. And these are the ones I penned down. And for attempting that work, let me give you Lagbajachi. I'm sure you like it, right? Let's go. Hey, 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 hey. Good job, you. Good job, me. And that is how far we can go in today's lesson. I'm sure you enjoyed every bit of today's lesson. I enjoyed it myself, right? And we started from what? From animals and their homes and down to let's formulate it. And till I come your way next lesson, do not forget that today is a new day. Learn something new. It is time for Auntie Tino's class. Please don't go away. See ya. Welcome to today's mathematics class. When I say mathematics time, you say fun time. Mathematics time, fun time. And like always, today's mathematics class promises to be fun. I am Auntie Tino, and today I will be teaching word problems involving addition. Word problems involving addition. Don't get confused, don't worry. It's not so big a problem. We are going to tackle it together. But first of all, a homework correction. Correction to the previous homework. Share 11 apples among 8 friends. So that statement also means 11 divided by 8. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 apples. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Friends, remember we must share the apples equally. So let's see. Yes, each friend gets 1 apple. Only 1 apple, and we'll be left with 3. If we decide to share the remaining 3, it will not go round to get an equal amount. It means that some friends will get more than the others, and we don't want that. So 11 divided by 8 is 1. That is the amount of time the apples went round. Remainder 3. 1, remainder 3. Did you get that sum correctly? You deserve a cheer. Good job, you. It's Brainbusters time, yes. And what's after? Find what's after in 40 seconds. And your time starts now.
Pens down, pens down. It's 40 seconds and it's time up. Let's see what's after 99, 100, 199, 200, 299, 300, 399, 400, 499, 500, 599, 600, 699, 700, 799, 800, 899, 900, 999, 1000. Did you get what's after correctly? Now let's roll it for ourselves. Roll it up, roll it up, roll it up, and let it go. You are great. You are great. You are awesome and amazing. And I love you so much. Learning objectives. What do I expect you to be able to do at the end of today's lesson? By the end of the lesson today, you should be able to read, interpret, and solve word problems. Listen again. Read. The first important thing in solving word problem is being able to read the question. Then after reading the question, you must be able to interpret. Then you solve. Yes. Word problem. Word problem. Word problems are mathematical problems that are stated in words rather than in symbols. I'll take that again. Word problems are mathematical problems that are stated in words rather than in symbols. Yes, you can see they are not so big a problem. They are just mathematical problems that are stated in words rather than in symbols. What do I mean by that? You will recall last lesson when I taught you division. I kept writing my questions in words. Share 10 chocolates equally between two friends. Then I went on to write 10 divided by 2. Share 10 chocolates equally between two friends is what I mean by word problem. And 10 divided by 2 is the symbol representation. Are we together? Say, together we are. Addition means to total. Addition means to sum. Addition means all together. Addition means to plus, and addition means to increase. Addition is denoted by this sign that looks like the cross. Remember, it is very important to write the sign you are working with. Now let's solve word problems. Example 1, Van A. Now this is what I mean by word problem, and this is where our objective will come in. First we read, next we interpret, and we solve. So let's read. Van A carried 432 books and Van B carried 314 books. How many books were carried all together? We have read. Now let's interpret. Yes, solution. First of all, we are interpreting. Van A carried 432 books. Van B carried 314 books. So it means that we have brought out the numbers we want to add. 332 books and 432 books and 314 books are the numbers we want to add all together. Now let's expand 432. Remember, expansion helps us to know which number will be placed under 100, tens, and ones. So we have 4 hundreds, 3 tens, and 2 ones. Let's expand 314. We have 3 hundreds, 1 10, and 4 ones. So now we want to add under 100, tens, and ones. Remember our objective for today. You are to read, interpret and solve. We have read the question, we have interpreted, we also expanded. The expansion will help us to arrange carefully under 100 tens and ones. So now we want to solve. Let's see how to solve. So we have 432 and we have 314. I have put my addition sign. Very important. So now let's add quickly. We have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 plus 4 is 6. 3 plus 1. We are now in the tens column. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 plus 1 is 4. Then we also have the 100 column. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Let's add them together. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 4 plus 3 is 7. Yes, 4 plus 3 is 7. So Van A carried 432 books. Van B carried 314 books. How many books did they carry altogether? They carried 746 books. Example 2. Mary bought 157 cartons of milk from shop C and 236 cartons of milk from shop D. How many cartons of milk did she buy all together? Let's see. We have read. Now let's interpret. From shop C, she bought 157 cartons. From shop D, she bought 236 cartons. Now let's expand to help us be able to arrange accurately. We have 100, 5 tens, and 7 ones. Yes, let's expand to 2, 3, 6. We have 200, 3 tens, and 6 ones. Now let's add under 100 tens and ones. 157, then 236. Put the sign you are working with. Very important. Now let's count 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What type of addition is this? Remember, addition with regrouping. So we have 13. You write down 3 and regroup 1. I told you, quickly write your tens and ones. You write down the number under your ones and regroup the number under your tens. So we wrote down 3 and we regrouped 1. Now let's count the number under the tens column. Start with the number you regrouped. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1 plus 5 plus 3 is equals to 9. Then the 100 column we have 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So 1 plus 2 is equals to 3. How many cartons of milk did Mary buy altogether? She bought 393 cartons of milk. Are we together? Yes, together we are. Example 3. Bayo bought 524 bags of cement and 123 blocks. What is the sum of the cement and blocks? Let's see, we have read. Now let's interpret. We have, for the cement, we have 524 bags, and for the blocks, we have 123 pieces. So let's expand. We have 500, 2 tens, and 4 ones. Let's expand. 1, 2, 3. We have 100, 2 tens, and 3 ones. So we have read, we have interpreted. Now let us solve. Under 100 tens and ones, we have 524 and we have 123. I have put the sign I'm working with. Very, very important. Now let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 4 plus 3 is 7. Now we are in the unit column. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. Now we are in the tens column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5 plus 1 is 6. So what is the sum of the cement and blocks? It is 647. 647. Now do this. How well have you been following this word problem class? Show me by scoring everything in your evaluation questions. It's evaluation time, it's assessment time. It's assessment time, it's time to prove yourself. Let's see, what's our evaluation question? Queen buys 276 brown eggs and 163 white eggs from a poultry. How many eggs did she buy altogether? Remember, read, interpret, and solve in 1 minute, and your time starts now. Pens down, it's 1 minute, it's time up. Remember, read, interpret, and solve. Let's read again. Queen buys 276 brown eggs and 163 white eggs from a poultry. How many eggs did she buy altogether? Let's interpret. We have the number of brown eggs, we have 276. Number of white eggs, we have 163. Let's expand. Expand. 200, 7 tens, and 6 ones. Expand. 100, 6 tens, and 3 ones. Now let us add under 100 tens and ones. We have 276, 163. Let's add. Count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Count 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 6 plus 3 is equals to 9. Now to the tens column, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 7 plus 6 is 13. Which type of addition is this? Addition with regrouping. So what do? Quickly write your 13. Then you write your tens and ones. Or because we are in the tens column, you write your tens, and 100. So you write down the number under the tens and regroup the number under the hundreds. Are we together? Yes, so we write down 3 and we regroup 1. When you want to start counting the next column, which is the 100 column, start with the number you regrouped. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 plus 2 plus 1 is equals to 4. Why do we start counting from the number we regrouped? So that we will not forget it. So that we will not forget it. Now, did you get this sum correctly? Let us give ourselves a round of applause. You are awesome, awesome, totally. And I love you. Yes. So the total number of white and brown eggs is 439. 439. When we add the brown and white eggs together, we get 439. I know you are smart pupils and you scored everything. And that's why that is why I always say you are BEST. I've always put you to test and you have always emerged the best. Good job, you. It's assignment time. You must do Auntie Tinu's homework. Yes, let's see. Find the total of 364 brown cakes and 227 pink cakes. You have 10 seconds to capture this down and your time starts now. Okay. All right. It's 10 seconds. And that's it for today. We have come to the end of another amazing mathematics class. I had fun, and I'm sure you had lots of fun and you gained a lot too while having fun. Yes, but don't go away. Uncle Sheyi is here for another awesome time with you in General Studies class. From me, it's bye-bye.
Hello, wonderful pupils. You're welcome to another exciting class with Uncle Sheyi. And today we will be looking at democracy. Have you heard of democracy before? I know you must have heard it in one place or the other, but we will be looking at it today, all right? But before we move on to our class today, let's have correction to our previous assignment, okay? Remember, in our last class, we looked at civic responsibilities, all right? And in that class, I gave you an assignment and I asked you to mention 2 duties of a citizen. 2 duties of a citizen. Of course, payment of taxes, protection of public facilities, and voting during elections. All right? Of course, I said you should not vote until you are 18 years of age and above. All right? Did you get all this correctly? I'm sure you got them correctly. And you deserve a cheer. You deserve a cheer. Well done. Beautiful. Well done. So today we'll be looking at democracy. Democracy. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to define democracy. You should be able to list 2 political parties in Nigeria. And lastly, you should be able to state 1 benefit of democracy. You should be able to define democracy, list 2 political parties in Nigeria, and state 1 benefit of democracy. Okay, what is democracy? Now, in Nigeria, before we got to 1999, that we started practicing another democracy. Of course, we have been practicing democracy before 1999. We have the military rule, okay? And in the military rule, the opinion of the people is not sought. And you don't vote. Ruling is by decree. The military head just says a thing and it is the law. No one can question the military, all right? But in democracy, the people have the say and they have their way. The people are the one that will choose the person that they want to lead them, okay? Now let's look at the definition of democracy. What is democracy? Democracy is the government of the people, for the people, and by the people. Okay, it's very simple. Let's take it together. Democracy is the government of the people, for the people, and by the people. You can see we mentioned people how many times? 3 times in that definition. So democracy is about the people. All right, the people are the one that will come together to choose their leaders. Okay. All right, this is a very good picture showing what democracy is about. You can see you vote with your hand. The people come together to vote for their leader. Okay. All right. Now in democracy, majority always have their way. I will explain it. Majority have their way while the minority only have their say. Let's say for example in your class you are like 10 and a boy and a girl come out that they want to be the class captain, that you should vote. You will notice that sometimes the best person might not be the person that will be voted for. Okay? Yes, so the majority, let's say out of 10, 6 pupils voted for the boy and just 4 voted for the girl. Of course, the boy will be the winner. So the majority have their way, while the minority, which is 4, only have their say that, okay, this is the person we want, but if she doesn't win, no problem. The winner will always take the day. Okay, so in democracy, majority always have their way. Okay, yeah. In Nigeria today, at present, we practice democracy. We vote for our presidents, for our governors, for our senators, for our House of Reps members, our House of Assembly members, and the chairmen of our various local governments. We vote for them. Now somebody will ask, do we also vote for our obas, emirs, and obis? The answer is no. And why? Because they are not political leaders. They are traditional leaders, okay? They get to the throne by birth, okay? They are not political leaders. They are traditional leaders. So we don't vote for them, even though they are leaders. But in democracy, we are the one that we choose. You can decide to choose a man that is not rich to be the president. You can decide to choose anyone from any part of the country to be the governor. Okay? All right. Now, in Nigeria today, before anyone can attain any position through democracy by voting, the person must belong to a political party. And there are so many political parties in Nigeria, okay? These political leaders are elected through their various political parties. And you'll be asking me, what is political party? In Nigeria today, if you want to be a governor, okay, I know amongst you pupils we have future governors, we have future presidents, we have future senators, okay? Now when you grow up and you want to become a governor or a senator, you cannot just come out and say they should vote for you. No, you must go and register with one political party, and we have many of them, okay? And I'll give you examples of those political parties. There are so many. There are so many of them, okay? We have the APC. You must have seen it before. APC. And that is the party of the current president of Nigeria. And what's the full meaning of APC? All Progressives Congress. All Progressives Congress. Yes, that is the ruling party at present now. Okay, and we have so many other parties too. We have the PDP, which is the People's Democratic Party. What is the full meaning of PDP? People's Democratic Party. Okay, you have another one, the Labour Party, LP, Labour Party, LP. And I think we have another one, yes, APGA, All Progressives Grand Alliance, All Progressives Grand Alliance. There are so many of them, so many. And that is why if you see a ballot paper, you will see different parties, very long. Yes, yes, we have so many of them. Okay, all right. Now, having said that, let's look at the advantages or the benefits. Why should we practice democracy? Why do you like democracy? Why? Let's look at the reason why democracy is good. Number one is that in democracy, there is freedom of speech. I know children, when you are in class, you don't like your teacher to shout you down. You like to always speak freely, right? Yes. So in democracy, there's freedom of speech. If you don't like the president, you can say that, I don't like the president. If the president is not doing something very good, you can say it. Okay, even though you must do that respectfully and not disrespect the president. So you have the freedom of speech. You can say how you feel. You can say how you want things to go. So you have freedom of speech in democracy. And what is another advantage? In democracy, there is equality, or some will say equity. There is equality and equity. And what is equality? Equality is that the way the president is treated, that is the way they will treat even the ordinary citizen. The way the governors are treated is the way they will treat the ordinary citizens. Everybody have equal treatment. There is no high, there is no low. The way a rich man is treated is the way the poor man will be treated. The same road that the rich man is passing through is the same road that the rich man will pass through. Okay? So there is equality in democracy. Another benefit of democracy is that there is rule of law. In democracy, nobody can cheat you. If anybody tries to cheat you, you can quickly go to the court and the court will fight for you. Okay? So there is rule of law. These are some of the advantages why people want democracy. And what are the advantages? Set freedom of speech, equality and equity, and there's rule of law. Of course, as we know, there is nothing that has a positive side that will not have some of its own negative side. So let's look at the disadvantages. What are those things that might not make a democracy to be desirable? Number one is that democracy is very slow. Okay? You know, you have to choose your leader. Then we have to fix a date for election. People will have to come and vote in the election. After voting, they will have to count the votes. After counting the votes, there will be the winner. After the winner, some will still go to court that they don't agree with the result. So it's very slow. It could take 3 months or 4 months. Unlike the military rule, in a day, a leader can emerge. They don't want your opinion. They don't want your own opinion about it. Okay? So it is very slow. Another thing is that it requires spending huge amount of money. It's very expensive. During the elections, they will have to buy election materials. They will have to pay agents. They will have to pay the people that will conduct the election. They will have to buy a lot of gadgets. They will have to print ballot papers and so many things. It's very expensive. Unlike the military rule where they don't vote. So the leader just comes and is the leader. There's no election. He's not buying anything. He just becomes the leader. So one of the disadvantages of democracy is that it's very expensive. It's very, very expensive. And another disadvantage is that the minority will not have their way. You know, the minority, as I explained earlier, they can only have their say that this is the person we have. But the majority, even if the majority is wrong, they will always have their way. The minority cannot do anything about it. Okay? So those are some of the disadvantages of democracy. All right? Okay. Let me quickly give a summary. Said democracy is the government for the people, of the people, and by the people. And for you to contest in a democracy, you need the political parties. And we mentioned 4 of the political parties: APC, or Progressive Congress; PDP, People's Democratic Party, LP, Labour Party, and APGA, All Progressives Grand Alliance. And I gave the advantages of democracy and the disadvantages. All right? I hope you listened well. I'm sure you did. So let's have our evaluation. Okay? To be sure you have been listening well to all I've been saying. Okay? Now, just number your work from 1 to 5. Number them from 1 to 5. You are not writing the questions. No, you are not doing that. Just number them. I will read the questions. You just give me the answers. All right? Just give the answers. Okay? Have you numbered your work? All right. Now I will read number 1 and you write the answer. I read number 2, you write the answer. Okay? All right. Let's go. Number 1. Dash will always have their way in democracy. Who are those people that will always have their way? Even if they are wrong, they will always have their way. I want you to put your answer down. Okay, number 2, we elect the Obas, Emirs, and Igwes, our traditional rulers or leaders. Do we elect them? I want you to put it down. Do we elect them? Okay, number 3, APC. What's the full meaning? All Progressives Dash. All Progressives Dash. What's the answer? All Progressives Dash. Do that very quickly. Okay, let's move to number 4. There is freedom of dash in democracy. There is freedom of dash. Remember I told you there is freedom of what in democracy? Okay, the last question. Dash is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. What's that? Dash is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Okay, let me give you just 3 or 4 seconds to check your work. Check it to see if your spellings are correct, to see if your answers are correct. You can quickly change them if you made a mistake. Okay. All right, your time is up. Your time up. Time up. Okay. Good job tracking me and the screen. Number 1, that will always have their way in democracy. The majority will always have their way. If you got that correctly, give a tick. All right. Number 2, we elect the Obas, Emirs, and Igwes. Is that a true statement? No. I said earlier that we don't elect our traditional leaders. No. We only elect our political leaders. Okay. The full meaning of APC, All Progressives Congress. All Progressives Congress. Okay. Number 4, there is freedom of speech. I know you got that correctly. There is freedom of speech in democracy. Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. And the last question, democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Wow, the questions are quite cheap. Did you get 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 3 out of 5? You deserve a chair. What kind of chair should I give you? Okay, let me give you the roll it chair. Not roll it up now. The roll it chair. Roll, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bravo. Let me give you again. Roll, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bravo. I say bravo to you. Well done. Good job, you. Now, if you didn't get any of the questions correctly, don't be depressed. It's fine. I know in our next class you will do better if you listen well and if you join the program in time. Okay? Ensure you join the program in time. Okay? Now you can pick your book and your pen and write down these assignments. Quickly, let's write these assignments down. All right, and what is the question? Mention 2 advantages of democracy. Mention 2 advantages of democracy. Quickly put that down. Okay, have you done that? Ensure you submit the assignment in time, okay? All right. Now to our favorite segment of the program. Did you know? 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 All right, what is our question for today? The first secondary school in Nigeria is dash. I remember we did the first university in Nigeria, and that is UI, University of Ibadan. The first secondary school. Okay, let's look at it. Oh, CMS Grammar School. Wow. And what's the full meaning of CMS? Church Missionary Society. Okay, CMS Grammar School was the first secondary school in Nigeria, and it was founded in 1859. Okay, 1859. So the first secondary school in Nigeria is CMS Grammar School, and I think it was initially located on the island, but is now in Bariga. Yes, CMS Grammar School. Okay, all right. Wow, and that is the end of our lesson today. I hope you enjoyed the class. I enjoyed it. It was awesome. All right, until next time that I will be meeting with you again, Uncle Sheyi says, be good. Bye.
Amazing. You would agree with me that today's lesson was educative, interesting, and at the same time fun-filled.
Yes.
Uncle Sheyi, what's your take on this?
Yeah, you can say that again. I totally agree with you. Today's class has been awesome. The communication class, the general studies class, and even the mathematics class have been great. And particularly, we need to celebrate the pupils who have been submitting their assignment promptly. We say, good job you. Well done. Auntie Lola?
Yes, and we also got feedback that some of you have not been able to watch the program on a regular basis. Do not worry, because there is a YouTube channel you can go to. Peradventure, you have a phone or you have access to your parent phone. The YouTube channel is Lagos Suburb YouTube channel. Lagos Suburb YouTube channel. You can go there any day, anytime and watch the program.
Yes, don't forget to send in your homework, comments, and questions to the number showing on the screen. The number is 08150865663. Do you love your family and friends? Remember, the pandemic is not over. If you love your family and friends, to stay safe during this pandemic, you
Wash your hands regularly.
And practice social distancing.
If you must go out, I repeat, if you must go out, wear your
Face mask.
Yes, then don't forget to eat lots of fruits, rest well, do your homework, and from all of us here, we say at LASUBEB,
We leave no child behind.